to Fearless Friday, your day to reclaim your weekend and your life. I'm Flora with the Flora Sage Therapies Institute, and this week's Fearless Friday episode is all about finding what lights us up, finding those little joys in life that really feed our spirit. Now, over the past several weeks, we have been talking about navigating the void while in transition. And last week, we spoke about getting a life. We spoke about finding things that were a hell yeah instead of a hell no in our life. Well, as you discover new things that really resonate with you, as you're going through your facets of life, as you're asking yourself, is this a hell yeah or is this a hell no in my life? Do I want this in my life? Do I not want this in my life? And when we're taking personal responsibility like this and weeding out those things that no longer serve us, that no longer feed our spirit, and we start to get very specific about, well, I want to bring this into my life, or I want this career, or I want this type of financial status, or I want this type of relationship, and you start to focus in and get an idea of what we think that should look like, what happens many times is we start to miss opportunities that are right before us, that may be even better than the idea that we have. And so this week's challenge is kind of a different layered challenge, because although I still want you to really look at, if you're guided, look at all of these very specific things that you want to manifest and bring into your life. The job that you want, the relationship that you want, the financial status that you want, the diet that you want, the lifestyle that you want, all these other things that you've been looking at over the past several weeks. But also allow yourself to find the opportunities that come with wanting this specific desire. So if you want a new financial status, look at your old financial status and say, okay, what do I need to work on? What should I work on? And that's part of taking personal responsibility. Then saying, okay, this is what I want to have my financial status to look like now or in the future. This is what it looks like now. How can I navigate that? And many times what happens is we start to assume or think that there's one specific path to get from this point to this point. So this challenge this week is to look at where you're at now, where you want to go, and allow yourself to know that there's the way that we think we need to go, and then there's also the way that naturally we will go. And that natural ebb and flow of the energy and that natural kind of meandering, if you will, from this point to this point is the one that usually is the most fluid, and usually is the one that lights us up the most, and usually is the one that makes us really accomplish that greatness in our life. Because, since probably about 2 months ago, we've been talking about going from good to great. And many times when we go through this transition, we start to feel that heaviness of the transition, of the weight of all these responsibilities. And so when you allow yourself to look at all the different possibilities as you're meandering to this greatness, allow yourself to see the fun stuff. Allow yourself to appreciate the little stuff. Allow yourself to find those things that really light you up. Because as you go from this state to this state, and you're very specific about what it is that you want, and you choose to take personal responsibility for your actions and taking inspired action towards this greatness, still allow yourself to meander and go off the course that you think that you should be going, and feel it out. Really allow yourself to have fun in going from that good state to that great state, and meandering through that period of time that will allow you to really find the joy in making this journey, because this really is a journey. Our journey never is finished because once you get to this great state, then the key is to continue with that greatness. And one of the keys, in my opinion, to keep and maintain that greatness is to savor every moment. Be so grateful and so appreciative of what you've accomplished. And that, in my opinion, can only be amplified when we focus and when we allow ourselves to appreciate those tiny little things that light us up along the way. Whether it's a fresh snowfall, a beautiful blue jay that just landed on your windowsill, a great cup of coffee. Allow yourself to celebrate these tiny little things. You know, one of the things that I really love is washing dishes, and you know, many of my friends go, oh my gosh, why don't you just use the dishwasher? And I love the process. That is one of those little tiny things that lights me up. A hawk that just flew across my window. Yay, that's exciting. Appreciate these tiny little things, and you're gonna find that that transition from going from this state to this state is gonna be even more fulfilling. And this is a surefire way to become fearlessly inspired. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends, Facebook, Twitter, any social media site, and an email. Also, if you'd like to participate in this month's Fearlessly Inspired Flora Sage Therapies Institute monthly enrichment class, click the link below to find out all the information. I'm wishing you a fearlessly inspired week. Bye-bye.